Dubai Airshow 2025 was alive with the roar of engines, precision aerobatics, and thousands of spectators' eager eyes fixed on the sky. Among them, the Indian Tejas fighter jet prepared to take off for its scheduled display, promising a breathtaking performance. But in a heartbeat, the celebration turned into chaos. As the jet climbed steeply, executing a risky maneuver, something went terribly wrong. Within seconds, tragedy struck. A deafening explosion, black smoke rising into the sky, and the stunned crowd frozen in disbelief. Was it a technical failure, a miscalculation, or something more? The moment left the world questioning and marked an unforgettable chapter in aviation history.
The trajectory shifted.
The Dubai Airshow 2025, one of the world's most prestigious aviation events, was unfolding with its usual splendor. The sky above Dubai South Airport shimmered with the roars of engines, the precision of aerobatic displays, and the excitement of thousands of spectators. But on that fateful afternoon, what began as a celebration of technology and human skill suddenly transformed into a scene of shock and tragedy. At approximately 2:10 p.m. local time, the Indian Air Force's Tejas aircraft took to the sky for its scheduled aerobatic performance. Spectators described the atmosphere as electric. Camera phones rose into the air, children pointed with excitement, and veterans and aviation enthusiasts watched closely, eager to witness the maneuvering power of India's indigenous fighter jet. No one imagined that within moments, everything would. As Tejas soared upward, it executed a steep vertical climb, a maneuver designed to impress with raw engine power. The jet then attempted a sharp pitch-down transition, a high-risk aerobatic action that demands flawless energy management. Suddenly, the nose of the jet dipped too aggressively. The aircraft began losing altitude rapidly, and it failed to pull out of the dive. A subtle wobble was visible, then complete loss of control. Eyewitnesses recall the terrifying, unnatural silence before impact. Then came a deafening explosion, a fireball leaping into the sky, and black smoke rising like a pillar. The crowd screamed, parents held their children, some dropped their phones, and others instinctively stepped backward. Within seconds, what had been a magnificent performance transformed into a scene of fear and disbelief. Many wondered why the pilot did not eject. Investigators explain that the jet was flying extremely low when control was lost, and ejection seats require minimum altitude and airspeed to function safely. The aircraft entered the dive suddenly, leaving little reaction time, and a possible mechanical or flight control failure may have prevented ejection altogether. Eyewitnesses believe the pilot may have tried to steer the aircraft away from the spectators to avoid mass casualties. The pilot, Wing Commander Naman Syal, was highly experienced and entrusted with representing India on an international platform. Reports suggest he maintained control until the last fraction of a second, possibly ensuring the aircraft crashed in an open area rather than the spectator zone. His actions reflect courage, discipline, and ultimate sacrifice. While the final investigation is ongoing, experts suggest several possibilities for the crash: aerodynamic energy loss during steep climb and pitchdown, flight control system failure, engine or thrust failure, structural stress limits, and human factors associated with low-altitude aerobatics. Experts emphasize that airshow maneuvers are inherently dangerous, and even small deviations can be fatal. When the Tejas struck the ground, the aircraft shattered instantly. Fuel ignited in a massive fireball. Shockwaves were felt several meters away. Debris scattered across the strip, and thick, dark smoke rose rapidly into the sky. The crowd watched in horror, the air filled with screams, shock, and disbelief. Amidst the chaos, Dubai Civil Defense activated an immediate emergency protocol. Fire trucks, ambulances, security vehicles, and rescue teams rushed to the crash site within seconds. Officers quickly moved spectators to safety, contained the flames, deployed a rescue helicopter to oversee the operation, and coordinated flawlessly with Airshow organizers. Their actions prevented civilian deaths, secondary fires, expanded damage, and Airshow-wide panic. The bravery and efficiency of these rescue teams have been globally recognized. The Airshow was temporarily halted. Military officials visited the site, and major aviation bodies issued statements of condolence. India announced a court of inquiry, and UAE authorities pledged full cooperation, while experts worldwide analyzed the crash frame by frame. The tragedy sparked discussions regarding safety limits in aerobatic displays, risks of low-altitude maneuvers, the broader implications for the Tejas program, and the future of Airshow regulations. While the loss of the pilot is deeply tragic, the incident has become a major discussion point in aviation safety, highlighting the courage of pilots, the need for strict safety margins, the professionalism of UAE rescue services, and the unpredictable nature of high-risk demonstrations. The crash of the Tejas fighter jet at the Dubai Airshow was not just a technical failure. It was a powerful reminder of the risks pilots take to entertain, inspire, and demonstrate national pride. It also highlighted the dedication of rescue workers who, without hesitation, run toward danger when recent intelligence and analytical reporting on the Tejas crash at the Dubai Airshow paints a complex picture, suggesting that a mix of technical, operational, and systemic factors may have contributed to the disaster. First, the Indian government has strongly denied earlier social media claims of an oil leak in the Tejas jet. According to the Press Information Bureau, the fluid seen dripping from the aircraft was condensed water, not oil. This came from the Environmental Control System, ECS, and Onboard Oxygen Generating System, OBOGS, a routine procedure especially in humid conditions like Dubai's. But beyond this misinformation, aviation experts are now carefully examining the crash's technical side. According to several assessments, the Tejas was executing a negative G aerobatic maneuver at very low altitude when things went wrong. Negative G turns are inherently risky. They put unusual stress on both the aircraft and the pilot, especially when recovery altitude is minimal. Eyewitnesses and early video analysis suggest the jet lost lift abruptly, rolled out of alignment, and suddenly pitched down, possibly because the pilot could not correct the attitude in time. Intelligence-style technical assessments are also pointing to potential compounding system failures. Investigators are examining whether there was a fuel system irregularity. Some reports mention a possible prior fuel leak, whether control surfaces, like ailerons or elevator, malfunctioned, or whether structural stress overloaded the airframe during the high G maneuver. There is even speculation about avionics or electronic flight control disruptions in a fly-by-wire aircraft like the Tejas. A failure in that system during a critical display could severely compromise pilot control. On the human factor side, some analysts believe the pilot might have misjudged the altitude or the timing of the maneuver. During such low-altitude, high-stress aerobatic routines, there is very little margin for error. If speed bleeds out or lift is lost, recovery becomes nearly impossible. TFIG Global. Additionally, there is political and systemic pressure. Some commentators argue that Tejas, being a flagship for India's indigenous defense capabilities, is often pushed aggressively in public displays, possibly overshadowing unresolved technical issues in favor of national prestige. The Express Tribune, given all this, The most credible intelligence-led hypothesis right now is that the crash resulted from a multi-factor failure, rather than a single cause. Likely a risky maneuver combined with technical degradation, fuel or control system, and possibly even systemic programmatic pressures. A formal court of inquiry has been launched by the Indian Air Force, and experts will